And all the guys I mentioned earlier, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai gonna deal with y'all, man. And if it's the Lord's will that Ariah come out of that thing, Most High gonna bring him out of it, man. But if not, the Most High put him to death, and he'll be back in the kingdom. But we're coming to the time of judgment, and judgment must begin at the house of Israel. Go ahead.
It says, "This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual."
Earthly, sensual. That's your wisdom. Your wisdom is earthly, sensual. That's why Shakya, the hypocrite, said, "You ain't gonna call your father by his name. That's disrespectful." Well, you're coming from your own mind, which is earthly, sensual, man. Carnal. You thinking carnally, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the precept for sensual says natural. I said, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy.
Without partiality, we ain't gonna give you part of it, and without hypocrisy. And he called himself a hypocrite. And then you got guys on the comment board defending him for calling himself a hypocrite. And I'm gonna say this too before we close. If let's say Nate humbled himself by this message, and then he goes before his congregation, he said, "You know what, those guys are right. The Most High's name, the Father's name is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahweh Shai. You know what, you guys are accepted just like it is, man." Just like Nate taught that Cornelius is an Israelite. Well, the reason why we got kicked out of the house of David is because we brought out the fact that Cornelius was an Israelite, and Nate couldn't see it, and those guys couldn't see it, and they said, "We got to kick these guys out to school. We don't want them in the school no more because they're teaching that madness." Now, had Nate kept that madness of Cornelius being an Edomite, and he would have taught y'all would have said, "You see, them GMS guys are going off. They teaching that nonsense." Because you guys are zombies, man. You don't have your own mind. Give me that in what is that, Acts 13, the church of Berea. See, when Paul went and spoke to the different churches, he compared one church to another church. He had a lot of bad things to say about the church of Corinth, and also about the church of that's in Thessalonica. But he spoke about the congregation of Berea, and this is what he said. They weren't zombies. They didn't just, whatever a guy said, they just didn't take it on face value. They checked it out. Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 16. I'm sorry, chapter 17.
I'm sorry, I said 13. I meant to say 17. Go ahead.
And starting at 10. "And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea."
By the way, sent away, that's the word apostle from the Greek. The word apostle literally means sent away. Go ahead.
"By night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so."
And searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. They didn't just take it because Paul said it or because Peter said it. But other churches took it, whatever Paul said or Peter said or James said or whoever said among the apostles, whatever they said, they just took it. You ain't supposed to have that type of mentality, man. The brothers in GMS in New York, I can honestly say that them guys study anything we say, and when we train them that way, they look, check it out. Don't take our word for it. Check it out, man. Be a prudent man.
That's why they put together that documentary. We didn't tell them to put that together. We didn't help them put that documentary together. The Spirit of the Lord allowed them to put that documentary together.
That's it. So, anybody else got any precepts? That's it? Okay, good. All right, give them the mic. We're going to close it on this.
Go to Romans. I was just dealing with Nate and all these guys, right? 18. Romans 1 and I believe I'm going to start at the 18. Well, I'll go start at 17. Romans 1 and 17. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of the Most High revealeth from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
And that's exactly what Nate is doing, and his followers, and the guys that he raised up. You're holding the truth in unrighteousness. Is there more?
Yes, a little bit more if you want me to keep reading. Because that was the 19th verse. Because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them, for the Most High have shewed it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Yeah, Nate professes himself to be wise, and he has been proven by us to be fools. And you know what proves that the Most High is dealing with us? Because we get on every camp. That's why that fucking lowlife Yohana, degenerate Yohana, said everybody's about sick of Utah and GMS. Why did he say that? Because we get on everybody. And that's what the men of the Lord do. They get on everybody, man. We don't just get on one group. We get on everybody. Man, we get on ourselves, man. You don't know the arguments, man. You don't know the point that I come to ready to knock a nigga's head off in GMF. Yes. Because we real about this, man. Not like you fake niggas, man. Go ahead,
23rd verse. And changed.
And that's why when we ran into Lahab, man, we cursed his ass out. And he felt it too. He got cursed out so bad that he couldn't buy that big ass screen TV. He told his woman, he said, "Look, baby, let's just go home. I'm gonna go get." He said, "Let's go home." I didn't hear what he said after that. But he couldn't even purchase, because when we saw him, he had stole all that money from the school, and that's when them big ass screen TVs first came out. And them TVs were like $5,000. So he was debating with his woman, should we get this one, honey, or should we get that one? Because he had all that goddamn money. You know? Then the nigga got a blue Jeep, a shiny blue Jeep, man. And I saw him. And he came out the car wash. This was in Pelham. And he was waxing the car. This was years ago, man. And the Spirit had me drive right by him, man, and look at him. And he couldn't even, I saw him, but he couldn't see me. And I was like this close to his ass, and I drive so close to him, I almost hit his ass. And he looked real quick, but the Spirit had it where I drove by, and I was looking at him, and I just kept going. He couldn't see me, man. And I said, that's that nigga Lahab. That was me, man, in case you watching. You had that shiny blue metallic blue Jeep. That Wrangler Jeep that you had. Remember that? Remember? I remember American Richard. You was right at the Amoco station, right? There was a gym down there. You got the BJ's right where the bridge is to go from Pelham into the Bronx. Right where Kmart used to be. Okay, that was me, nigga. Okay?